Jimsy, it's the deep end of October here, and I'm enjoying a Schlafly's pumpkin ale. What I
you
like
are one of the
about
people that has gotten me to drink a pumpkin ale that didn't totally suck ass.
Well, because the key is a pumpkin ale. Okay, there's pumpkin spice, and then there's pumpkin, right?
Yes, those are very different things.
Very different things. So if you're a fan of pumpkin spice, which is and this is gonna pit Donna, I'm super sorry. Shout out to Donna, part of the BIMP squad. Pumpkin spice enthusiast. But nutmeg, cinnamon, and I think
brown
that's
sugar,
it,
right?
Brown sugar is fine. It's fine. But it's not pumpkin.
No, it's not.
Those are the spices you put into a pumpkin.
Right, to make it palatable.
Taste like something that you'd want
to actually eat. Yeah,
exactly. So
you could put those three things on a lot of things and improve the taste of them.
Right. But those three things alone on any given product
don't make it pumpkin.
No, doesn't. The pumpkin itself. So Schlafly's is one of the few that, well, first off, they sell out fucking all the time. They sell out real quick. So anytime I see any, I saw some at Target, and there were 3 6-packs left, so I quickly scooped them up. And the lady who was stocking the shelves there saw me doing it, and she's like, is everything okay? And I was like, yeah, these things sell out like super quick every year. And we're taping this end of September.
Right.
So that's a better gauge of timeline. She's like, oh, I know this sells out really quick. I was like, well, then you know why I have 3 cases in my cart right now. So yeah, here we are, pumpkin beer season. Right now it is almost Halloween, so enjoy your pumpkin ale.
Yeah.
Bacon is my podcast. Bacon is my Bacon is my podcast. Bacon is my
We're recording.
Welcome to Bacon is my podcast. The show that dares to ask the question, what's your bacon?
Yes.
Yeah.
And each and every single week, we are brought to you by, well, I feel like we don't do this enough. First and foremost, we are brought to you by our patrons over at patreon.com/bacon is my podcast. We always bring it up towards the end of the episode, sometimes at the end of this, but thank you to the BIMP squad for helping us out. They hang out at that patreon.com/bacon is my podcast, where they get the early and ad-free shows. They get exclusive content like tastings and cooking shows and sometimes some live streams and stuff like that. So thank you guys so much for doing that.
You guys make this thing happen. You make this go around. You are the sizzle to our bacon.
Indeed. Sizzle.
And thank you to everybody that listens to the show. Anybody that listens to the show and downloads the show. We're just starting to be able to find out those numbers and who you are and where you're from. So
right, we just did the big switch.
Yeah, we just did that. So thank you guys. Thank you for being a part of this journey with us and hanging with us this long. We're also have some sponsors that we'll jump into real quick. A couple of them. You can use the promo code BACON. And you will get 10% off of any order at poddex.com, drinkwildbills.com, or grillyourassoff.com. All three very cool. We've done tastings of the Grill Your Ass Off stuff and of the Drink Wild Bill stuff. Everything quality products from there. Check out our website, baconismypodcast.com, to see more about them and also links and promo codes and all that kind of stuff.
Indeed.
But
One thing I
also-
will say about those guys too is their customer service is second to none.
Which one?
All of them. But like we had the issues with
Well, I know Gray Your
some of
Ass
the
Off
shipping.
was
Gray Your Ass
super
Off.
awesome with a
There were
couple
some
of our
shipping issues. They
listeners.
hooked our listeners up right away, and our listeners told us, they were like, "Yo, these guys, they're the real deal." So big love out to them. Poddex, they're great. They talk to us pretty regularly. Drink Wild Bills, they just like sending us stuff. It's pretty great.
I gotta make a new order.
Yeah, me too.
Get some more sarsaparilla and cream
Speaking
soda.
of people who are awesome and love us and are sponsors of the show, Manscaped.
You got to be pretty awesome if it's your goal to save balls,
Right. Save the balls,
shave
keep
the
them
balls.
shiny, shave them. I give out to a lot of our guests that I end up meeting in real life, I give them ball wipes.
Me too.
Male or female.
Yep.
And they always appreciate it.
Yeah.
So you could do that too.
Everybody likes a pH wipe.
Exactly.
Middle of the
And
day.
Also, they've just changed it where it's ball, body, and butt wipes.
Right.
So you could use it on all of your body.
Were
You can
people
use it
afraid
on
that
your
they
butt,
couldn't
too.
use it on other things?
Well, I hope not, because I did.
Because I've been using it on all things right from the jump.
Yeah. I mean, yes. Right.
But
So-
also, shave your beans, everyone. Shave them.
Yeah.
Use the-
So
Use the lawnmower 2.0.
Yeah. 20% off, free shipping. But also, we have a pretty cool guest on tap today.
Yeah, we got Lexi Layne, the singer, songwriter, performer, about to do her first performance.
Yeah. Well, her first performance,
solo rock. Yes, absolutely. Super cool. She was super fun. I love when we get to have conversations like this.
Right.
It's different. I love talking to people that are on the come up.
Yeah.
Because there's so much in common, and there's so much, when you talk to somebody that's like, we have some guests that are like there and have been there and all that. And it's great because when you talk to them, you get some good advice, you get to hear some cool things, and then you get to
Knowledge.
but you're always coming from a
knowledge from
place of like, you're learning some stuff. When you're talking to someone who's on the come up, you're kind of like experiencing it with them. And so you're just kind of connecting on a different level, I think, that I always think is really cool, because that excitement is there, and that like I can't wait to do this, and I can't wait to release this, and I can't wait. There's all those goals and all those things.
Yeah.
It's super cool to kind of like talk to someone and feel that vibe.
Agreed. So, excuse me. we get into all sorts of fun stuff, like her bartending career, Jimmy's fun bartending antics.
Yeah. We talk about how we
Spoiler alert.
sabotage people's drinks. So if you guys want to know why, if any of you listening have had a drink served to you that you hear in this episode, it's because you were
You're being a
dick.
You're being a dick.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and get into that episode.
Let's do it.
Right about now. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. The show is about to begin.
Listen to you.
You like that one?
I like that one. That was nice. That was like
Welcome to Bacon is My
sultry.
Past. Yeah,
That
welcome
was intriguing.
to
Yeah.
Very
Bacon is My
intriguing.
Podcast, where today we have singer, songwriter, all around cool person. Her new record, Sinner and Saint, is out right now. Ladies and gentlemen, Lexi Layne, what's going on?
Hey guys, how
What's
are you?
up? What's up?
We're I'm super excited to have you on here. You got your first show coming up on November 3rd.
Yes.
Which is at the legendary Viper Room.
Yeah.
So like
Love that place.
I know you just did What's Your Bacon in 7 Questions, but what kind of pressure do you feel right now? Like, you're going to the Viper Room. Like that stage has so much history and stuff like that. How do you feel about having your first show there?
I feel very grateful and amazing and just like all around super excited. If somebody told me a year ago, hey, your first show is going to be at the Viper Room and you're going to book it yourself and do everything by yourself, I'd be like, no, it's not. I'm going to be in some bar for my first show. That's standard. That's normal. But yeah, the excitement is through the roof, and I'm just super excited is really all I can say.
That's awesome. Yeah, I mean, I'm on my like several hundredth show, and I'm still at a bar, so that's pretty sweet.
Keep going.
Yeah, man. All venues have a bar.
Yeah, you're right.
Exactly.
You're right.
The Viper Room has a bar, so technically,
Viper Room has a bar.
I'm at a bar. You know,
you're so correct. So your record, Sinner and Saint, has been out for a little over a year. And what took so long to get like a show together, or like the real push behind the record? Like what was it? Was it the pandemic? Was what went behind that?
It was definitely the pandemic. Me and my producer, Clint Fowler, we kind of really started getting into like the writing and laying down the tracks during the pandemic, which obviously was such an awful time for myself and so many people. But I also tried to see the light in it where I had time to really be like my best creative self and take my time. And, it's quality versus quantity. I just wanted to make sure every track was exactly the way that I wanted it, especially because it was my first EP that I was releasing, so it was definitely very special to me. But yeah, it just took a little bit, I dropped it last year in 2021, and I did do one music video for it. We did Dominate, which was cool. I had a blast doing that. It was great. But I woke up one morning and I was like, hey, I think I need to do one more music video before I move on to new music. And, that being said, it also took a little bit during the pandemic to find, my band members that fit well with my music, that also had a passion for it the way that I do. And then of course during the pandemic, touring was not happening, playing music was not happening. So that definitely was the setback, but I definitely believe like timing is everything. So I'm very content the way that everything lined up.
That's awesome.
What did that look like trying to put a band together? Like, I understand, like, we had the same thing in the pandemic where like our bands couldn't do anything. So we recorded and, him and I did this and we found things to do. Yeah. But, I have a band that we all were able to kind of like still keep in contact and stuff. I can't even imagine trying to like start one, in that time. What did that look like for you? What was that?
It was very challenging, very exhausting, especially because like, again, it's Lexi Layne. I'm one person. I'm also a female. So, especially in this whole like dominant male, life we still live in, it was very hard for a while, I think, for people to like kind of take me seriously, where I'm not just this girl that's like, hey, I want to start a band. Like, no, this is my life. Like, this has been my passion since I was younger. So it definitely took a while, and I did a lot of research, but I have amazing touring musicians that are part of my band now. And again, I just think it's timing. I think if I started looking for my band during the pandemic, I don't think I would have been like blessed with the like quality of musicians that I'm working with now. But yeah, it was a fucking headache.
Yeah, I bet it was. That would be nuts.
Headache.
Losing a member and then trying to get somebody to play is a fucking headache. So to build people around you has to be. What I found interesting is it took you a little while as well so you moved to LA from South Florida to start your like real pursuit of rock music and hitting it hard. And it took you a little while to finally find Clint Fowler. What is writing music like with that kind of dynamic? Like, do you play any instruments or anything like that, or like?
So I don't. I always say like, oh, I can play a little piano by ear. You
Right.
know, I started teaching myself the guitar years ago. I didn't have the patience for it, sadly. No, I don't play any instruments at all. It's just
So
all
how
vocal.
does that songwriting process come about? Like, do you
How do you
just
communicate
give?
what you're hearing in your
Yeah,
head?
Yeah. So obviously, like, I started in musical theater when I was younger. So I feel like I've had this like training with my ear that I was always like kind of blessed with, which is cool. But for example, with the entire EP of Sinner and Saint, I write in two ways. The way Sinner and Saint kind of formed the single, I was just working a 9 to 5, and I just dealt with like a shitty breakup kind of fuckboy error thing. And I just started writing these lyrics, and then melodies will just come to me. I don't even know where it comes from. It just comes, and I just started typing and these melodies coming to me, and I'm literally sitting at a desk working, doing voice memos while
voice
literally
notes.
like writing lyrics at the same exact time. And I wrote Clint and I was like, hey, I have this fucking really good song. I don't know what the music's gonna sound like, but I have all the lyrics and I have a melody here. Like, let's do this. And that's pretty much how every song on the EP came to life. So
That's
What
awesome.
what is the how do you title your voice memos on your phone? To remember what each one is. What's your best
good
title?
question. I feel like it's nothing really special. I feel like I'll either like have a title of a song in my head and then I'll write off that, or I'll just be like, you know, Sinner and Saint, like shitty demo, like
Right.
Lost Soul, like first verse, scratch vocal, like, you know, just like kind of that kind of shit. But you know, the list goes on and on and on. And,
Right. And there's 10,000 of them on there, and
Correct. Yeah,
That's
you
why
guys
there's-
understand.
Yeah.
that's why we can't have photos on our phones.
Right. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
so like, I think my favorite that I have, and it's right here.
I can't see.
It's B bow BB bow.
Oh, I love that.
I have some of
What
those.
is that?
I don't know. You want to hear?
That's
Yeah,
your
let's
beat.
just play it.
Is that your
Let's
beat
hear
or
it.
your melody?
We'll see. It was done April 1st, 2018, never used.
Bebop Widdly Wee.
Yes, yeah. So that was a guitar one.
Cool.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's my favorite title I had. I don't know if it's my favorite riff I've ever done.
I have
For sure.
the most recent one I have is Pop Weedle My Wee revised.
Ooh.
Pop Weedle My Wee revised.
Did
Can
you
we
at
hear
least
that?
put like a key?
I don't know what. No, I didn't.
Do you know what guitar you used it on?
Oh, this sounds like a jam. So the drummer's there too.
Lots of cymbal.
Lot of
Yeah.
cymbal.
Lots of cymbal.
That's very. That's definitely very pop punky. So I get pop punk Weedle My Wee.
There you go. Well, you guys definitely won the voice memo name thing. Mine's like, you know, not anything special. So
What's your top one? What's the one on top
Yeah,
right now?
what's the name? What's the last one?
well,
Oh, you're on
using
your
my
phone?
phone. Yeah. So I have
Okay.
no idea. No
nice,
idea.
nice. It could be anything. It could be anything.
Yeah. So
You beat us because you have a Whitney Houston cover on your Instagram. So neither of
Yeah.
us can
Yeah, I
sing
do.
Whitney.
No. So like, what's it like to be? So I know before this you did musical theater and you went through 5 managers in 4 months trying to get through. Like, sorry, like, I could see the PTSD like in your face.
Another
Like,
fucking massive
Um,
headache.
but like, and even you do side work doing R&B and pop vocal demoing and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So what, like, I don't, me personally, I've always kind of just like done the rock thing. But like, what do you think that block is for you personally, that they're always like, no, do R&B, do pop, do R&B, do pop, versus what you really want to do, which is rock, metal, what have you.
Yeah. I mean, again, like I grew up listening to rock and metal, like, you know, that's just what I grew up with. But I also grew up listening to like, you know, like Shaka Khan and Whitney Houston, you know, and you know, singing Kelly Clarkson. And what happened?
I was just singing Shaka Khan.
Oh yeah, love a good Shaka Khan. But also singing like Christina Aguilera and Kelly Clarkson, because I always felt when I was younger, like, oh, that's like kind of where my voice is, so I'm just gonna lean towards that. I feel like when I was younger, it was definitely more of that push of like R&B is popular, pop is popular right now. You know, rock and metal at that time when I was like 16 was taking its like little break, I guess, or you know, for the mainstream world.
Ebbs and flows.
Yeah. And people are like, oh, well, like you can sing Whitney, you can sing Christina, like let's make you a pop artist. And I did go that way for a little bit when I was younger, and I had an EP come out, but it was pop rock. I always made sure I was like, I have to have this rock feel. That's just my personality. Like I'm just such a powerhouse. Like I need those guitars and those drums hitting behind me.
Right.
And then, yeah, when I moved here, I don't know. I just don't think I found like my people, and the people that I was like automatically intertwined with were very like hip hop, R&B, which again, like I love some R&B and hip hop too, but it's not like me as a person. So yeah, they were all just like, let's make you, you know, R&B and let's get a rapper on your shit. And I'm like, okay, I don't really want to do this. But in my mind, I was like, okay, well, if I can do the thing that pop artists do where they make it where their managers want them to make it, and then I can do what I want to do. But it's
Pink
just funny.
She's the blueprint.
Yeah.
You know?
And I love her. Like I grew up listening to her like crazy when I was younger, but it never worked that way because I don't really like being told what to do. I just do my own fucking thing. And I was like, I'm not doing this. This is not me. Right. And I did write an R&B hip hop kind of EP when I first moved here almost 5 years ago. And I recorded it and I didn't like it. So I said, I'm not doing this. This is not me. I'm not putting my name on it. And I didn't.
Did you keep any of the songs or topics or anything like that, or did you just shelf that? Did you like rewrite some of those things into a more rock way, or just kind of like move on, do something else?
I just moved on. I was like, this is not.
Nice.
It felt very forced, and I feel like my music and me as a person, I'm very like raw and authentic and organic, and that was just a different time period of me. That was, hey, you have to write an EP, so do it. And I did, and it just felt forced. It just didn't feel natural. So I don't know, somewhere in my closet, in my notebooks, you know, just sitting in there or whatever.
Nice. Yeah.
Like, did you go through that with the specific mindset of, well, this is going to be this type of EP, or did you use stuff that you already had, like experiences and lyrics and stuff, and take it to that project?
For that hip hop EP, I kind of did a mixture of both. There were a lot of lyrics I just like had sitting, you know, over the years, you know, they all kind of pile up. And then I just kind of added some new stuff with it and melodies. And, you know, at the time, my producer I was working with, you know, he sent me some like beats, and I'm like, this is so not me, but I'm just going to do it anyway. And then I'm like, no, I can't do this. I'm not doing this. That's literally like what happened. So.
Nice.
Yeah. So what bands are like the bands that I know you've been influenced by, like Evanescence, Flyleaf is like, I have a big thing for Flyleaf. I actually got engaged to a Flyleaf set. So like they're one of my favorite
and
bands.
Walk down the aisle to them, right?
Oh, you're right. You're right, man. Great. This guy's got great memories.
I was there. I saw it. I
lost you for like 5 seconds. I think my internet cut out or something. So all I heard was you love Flyleaf.
Yes, I love Flyleaf. I actually got engaged to Flyleaf, and then Jimmy pointed out that
walked his wife down the aisle, or didn't walk his wife down the aisle, but they came down to Flyleaf. Yeah.
Yep. Well, no,
she came down to Flyleaf.
She's
Lacey's
so good.
A fucking beast. Like I think it was like a couple weeks ago, I was just like watching YouTube videos on my TV of her, and I'm just like the presence of her. Like she's like 4'11", I think. Like she's this small little thing, but Oh, just incredible. And that's just like the main thing for me is like it's the stage presence. You got to just like captivate a room no matter how large your crowd is, no matter how small your crowd is. Like you just have you captivate a room. I just feel like you got it, you know.
Oh yeah, you gotta play the same way for 20 people as you would for 20,000.
Or that, yeah, or one, you know.
Yeah, or one. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was fortunate enough to see them open for Breaking Benjamin, like second album Breaking Benjamin. And and the first time she came out and I forget what they opened up with, but she let out the scream and I was like, "Oh, this is my jam. This is awesome."
I'm So Sick. I feel like they always used to open with I'm So Sick.
They didn't even write it yet. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, this was like old.
I just had
Twilight.
I had to teach I'm So Sick to a student to sing for a show, which was super interesting because I was like, let's watch some live video and I want you to get into her. I want you to,
Like, okay.
yeah. But then we watched a couple live things and she was like, oh my God, she's amazing. And I was like, all right, good.
Yeah.
Get that mindset going. Let's
Hey.
Yeah.
Lexi, you've got a lot of screams going on in your on your EP and stuff. Do you do that?
I wish. No, I hired a good friend of mine. His name is Chris. He lives in South Florida. And I hired him to do the screams on Self-Sabotage. It's on my list to learn how to scream. I just haven't gotten around to it yet, but I just love like all the badass girls that can scream. You know, Courtney from Spirit Box and Tati from Ginger. I mean, it's just fucking amazing. Like I want to do that too. Like, I don't want to just be the singer, you know?
Well, I mean, I feel like doing screams is exactly what somebody with a theater background should not do vocally.
right.
Like,
yeah.
everything you're taught doing that is just like
of everything.
Yeah, don't do that.
Well, I had a Clint tell me too. I'm pretty sure it was Clint, where he's like, yeah, well, like, just, you know, your vocal cords are very special. Just take care of them. And I'm like, I do, but I feel like I'd be like such a good fucking screamer because I'm just so loud and like I project and I'm like, I could do this, but I haven't attempted to try yet. So, but it's on my list.
I will say, do it when you've got a break because it's a lot of trial and error.
Yeah, that scares me.
It's like find the right spot. Know you're gonna fuck your voice up a little bit for a few weeks, and then once you find the spot, that's where it's like, okay, cool, I can keep going.
Yeah,
I keep trying to tell him how to.
Mike is very good at it. He's very good at it.
Oh, sweet! I'm gonna have to take lessons then from you.
I make him scream on my records.
Oh, okay, all right. I'm gonna have to take some lessons from you then, because like, you know, I need help.
I wish I could explain it. I wish I could explain it well. Doesn't make people go, I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Because I make him do that all the time. I was like, just like don't do anything. Like, make sure you don't have any shows booked for the next like 2 weeks. And he's like, what? No, nope.
You're like, oh wait, no, I don't have time for this.
I can't do that.
What? I need to dedicate that to. Am I going to be perfect at it in 2 weeks? No.
No.
Oh, well,
no.
Then this sounds like it sucks.
Yeah. Shit.
Something
Son
else.
of a bitch.
So we're on Long Island. I didn't realize you were. I didn't realize you were a fellow former New Yorker at some point as well. But I do know that you make one hell of a blue Long Island, and I don't know what that is.
A blue Long Island?
Yeah. What is that?
It's a drink.
Well, obviously. Thank you.
Yeah. I bartended for 12 years back in Florida. So yeah, pretty much it's vodka, gin, rum, tequila. You got blue curacao, and then you put some Sprite in it, and some triple sec.
Blue
and you shake it up.
Sprite instead of Coke.
So the regular Long Island is with Coke. Okay, see, Jim knows.
Right.
You didn't even need me.
I'm also a bartender. So.
He's a bartender.
Oh, okay. There you go.
So he knows.
But there's not a lot of blue Long
We get
Islands
it.
that get served in Long Island. It's
Yeah,
a very
I don't think that would be-
Florida drink.
It is, yeah. It's very, very Florida. Yeah.
What's your go-to when someone comes up to you and says, I don't know what I want, just make me something?
Oh, I hate like when the girls are like, "Hey, I don't know what I want. Can you make me something sweet?" And I'm
Yeah.
just like, "All right." I usually do like a Malibu, pineapple, cranberry, some Sprite, maybe a little grenadine if they're like, "I want it
Right.
really sweet," you know.
Peach schnapps is a go-to.
Yeah, some
Throw
shit
that
like
in there.
that, you know. Yeah.
My drummer
What's
my
your
drummer was
what's your I'm at the end of my rope today. I'm going to make you something offensive. Drink. Do you have one of those?
I wouldn't say I have a specific drink, but when I'm like fucking done, I'm also a really big bitch behind the bar, which is terrible because it's just annoying, you know. When
People
people
pay
are like,
more
"Hey,
for
can I have
that.
this?" No, but they do. I make
Yeah.
great money when I'm just beating myself behind the bar. So I have this thing where like I always get really annoyed when people are like, "Oh, can you make my drink stronger?" Or like, which is
Right.
rare because I have a heavy hand. But what I'll do is I'll pour extra so that you feel like shit in the morning.
Right,
So you
right.
think that you're actually benefiting.
Oh, I'll
yeah,
shotgun your
she made
straw.
yeah, she made my drink strong. So fuck yeah. But guess what? You feel like shit in the morning. So I
Right.
kind of won in the end. That's like I've never really told anybody that before. It's kind of a little bitchy part of me, but it's okay. I don't do it frequently.
I'd always shotgun their straw. So you just pour a little bit straight in the straw. So then when they drink, they're like, "Ah!"
Ooh, that's
Right.
that's a good one.
And then you don't have to use a whole shot or anything like that. And then
Yeah.
my drink, my fuck you, I'm done drink for when the people are like, it's usually shots. It's like, I just want shots, whatever you decide you want to make, right? I'll do blue curacao, and then I will do little bits of Irish cream, and I will say, this is come in the pool.
Oh God, that's like shit in the pool. Yeah. Oh,
I call it come in the pool.
That is awful.
that is fucking brilliant, but that's disgusting.
It is disgusting, and that's
Disgusting.
why.
Awful.
I'm gonna do that.
Feel free to use
I'm
that.
gonna do that.
Feel
I'm gonna
free to
do
use
that.
that.
Yep.
That is so bad.
We'll be right back.
What's up, guys? Going to talk to you a little bit about our sponsors real quick. Just want to start off with grillyourassoff.com. If you are going into grilling season like we are, then you know that you always need a little rub. You always need a little sauce. You need something that's going to help your grilling get better. Help those chicken breasts, right? They get a little dry sometimes. You want to make sure you're saucing them up. You want to make sure those ribs have got a nice dry rub and a saucy rub. Go to grillyourassoff.com. Check it out. I've used their stuff. It's delicious. 10% off with the promo code BACON.
Another place you can go to get 10% off with that promo code, drinkwildbills.com. They've got delicious sodas. They've got all sorts of different flavors, from sarsaparilla to birch beer to you name it. You got your root beers, you got your cream sodas, you got your creamsicles.
Yeah. Sugar-free for you guys. Watching the
Sugar-free.
waistline.
Indeed. And also, they've got some great jerky stuff. They've got the brisket bites are A+.
Indeed.
A+. And if you go there, go to drinkwildbills.com, use the promo code BACON, get 10% off.
One more place you can use that same promo code BACON is our oldest sponsor, Poddex. If you're a podcaster, if you are a budding interviewer, if you are just somebody that has a hard time talking to people every now and then, or want to do something fun with your friends, check out poddex.com. They have these decks of cards, 50 cards per deck, 50 questions. Check it out. Learn things about your friends, learn things about people, learn how to talk a little bit more, and be a little bit more comfortable. Always use the promo code BACON. Again, to get 10% off your order. They got cool swag too.
Indeed. And last but not least, of course, always frame the balls.
Yes.
Is that what you do? Frame the balls.
Frame the balls?
Well,
You could frame the balls.
You could, though. You could. But if you got a bush, it's just not. It's the summer.
Get rid of it.
Get rid of it.
Yeah.
Use the Lawnmower 4.0. Use the perfect package and go to manscaped.com. Use the promo code BACONPOD. You get 20% off your order. And they've got all sorts of great stuff if you're a guy who's looking to feel so fresh and so clean.
Indeed. And not only do you get 20% off, but you also get free shipping.
Free shipping?
Shine up those balls. Get rid of that bush. clean yourself up. And if you don't
Indeed.
clean yourself up, start.
Yeah.
Bacon Pod, 20% off, free shipping. Check it out. Thank you to our sponsors. Thanks for hanging out. What's your bacon?
Hey, I'm Christina Chris of Kaleido, and you're consuming Bacon is My Podcast.
I remember my favorite drink that he ever made was a buddy of ours, Matt. The day before my wedding, I went to go see him at the bar because he was working, and then one of our mutual friends came to the bar, and I beat him up because he drinks Coors Light and Bud Light and just beat him up. I beat him up for it, and he was just like, "Well, fuck it, Jimmy, make me something good," and it was definitely like a gin-based drink that was like neon red at the same time, so it looked very inviting, but also at the same time, it was fucking awful.
What was that?
I basically made him a Red Devil with gin instead of vodka,
Okay. All right.
which is terrible. But
And I'm pretty sure he put like the
I did it
rag
on purpose because he's just going to drink it all, was what he was saying. And I was like, you have to drink the whole thing. It's free if you drink the entire thing.
Did you say he put the rag in it?
I didn't.
Like,
It tasted like
okay.
it. It certainly did taste like it.
No,
Ugh.
that's how they make Jägermeister.
No, you know what the best shot to do is if somebody's being an asshole, you know the Jersey Turnpike term? Have you heard of that?
I never heard of that.
So the bar mat, liquor from the entire night that gets splashed on the bar mat,
Right.
pour that in a fucking cup, put some ice in it. Here you go.
Nice.
Oh, that's.
I love that too.
I used to use cement
That's
mixers to like 21st birthday people too.
great.
Cement mixers. What the fuck is that?
Yeah, it's the base is different every time. Some people use vodka, some people use like a whiskey or something like that. But you put in a little bit of lime juice, and you put in a little bit of like Irish cream or something like that, because it's a cement mixer, and you want them to shoot it, and you want it to curdle in their mouth because they've never drank before in their life, and they're being douchey.
You have really good tricks. I think you should write a book. How to be the worst bartender.
How to be the worst.
ever.
But the people that like me love me. You know, that's
Exactly. It's just the ones that you can't stand.
it's the ones
I'm
that I can't
so
stand. I don't want them to come back.
excited. I'm so excited that I've never had those things ever happen to me.
Right.
And like
Very
Jim and
happy for you.
I, like we pull cruel tricks on each other all the time.
Yeah.
Like at the end of a night,
I
if
can't
there's
fuck with a guy's drink, man. That's messed up. A guy or a girl that's drinking for real, I can't
Yeah.
fuck with their drinks. You gotta do right by those people.
wait,
those
so
are
what do you call you going, okay, there's only a tiny bit of Jameson at the bottom. We can't just end this night this way. And we both take a swig, but then when I take my swig, you punch me in the stomach. What is that? That's fucking with my drink, right?
No, that's not fucking with your drink. That's just being a
That's
dick to
fucking with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. Because that's happened before. And then I threw up.
Right.
And then I threw up.
Yeah.
Because he was good with that. What a jerk.
I saw that Will Ferrell movie, the basketball one, where someone was like, "Have you ever been punched in the jujumba?" And they hit him, and he threw up every time. That's what I did. So I was
No, I
like,
think he just.
I'm gonna try that.
So it was funny because like at the beginning when we first booked you, I didn't get the connection between and I know we're not supposed to talk the PR agents. I know that's in your your contract, but fuck it. Yeah. Well, yeah. But
I'll read that shit.
big shout out to Tori, because Tori is one
I
of
love
our
Tori.
favorite people.
Yes.
So it was funny when I was doing the research. I was like, okay, well, she's in LA, Tori's in Florida, and I was like, oh, Tori just fucking knows everybody.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what kind of impact did like the South Florida scene? Because we get a lot of people from Tori. We get like the guys from Werewolves and
I
stuff
know
like that.
Yeah.
So like, how did
AJ's
the
one of our
South Florida-
bromances.
I've known AJ since I was like 15 years old.
Mm.
Shut
we
up.
we so we actually used to have the same vocal coach. Like I would be leaving vocal lessons and he would be going up. I'm like, hey dude, what's up? Okay, like it's just such a fucking small world. It's so
Yeah.
funny.
AJ was our we we did a awards show at the end of our first year, and we had one of the awards was for best bromance, and AJ was our like the whole episode with us and him is just three dudes falling in love. Like that's what that whole show is, which is great.
Yeah.
We loved it. So
That's cute. Love a good
Yeah.
bromance.
absolutely.
Yeah, actually, funny enough, so he's playing the day that my wife and I leave Orlando.
Ah,
Stand of
that's
the day.
Spooky Empire. Is it Spooky Empire? Because they're still
Yeah.
doing that. Is that yeah.
Stand of the day,
So
dude.
disappointing.
Stand of the
Yeah,
day.
I would love to, but you know,
Such a small
things and
world.
stuff and family and whatnot. So like, how does that like South Florida? Because you've been in LA for what, like 4 years or so?
Almost 5. Yeah, like 4.5.
So like, how did that South Florida music scene impact you?
It did tremendously. I mean, like I was, like just your ordinary scene emo kid, going to every like underground show, and I was definitely hanging out with a lot of older people and people that were definitely like in the scene, which again, it's so funny. Like there's so many people I can be like, oh yeah, like I used to know him when I was 16 and used to, like AJ, that whole group, like Jeremy, who's their guitarist, like I used to hang out with him every weekend when I was 13 years old with like 10 of us. Like it's just so funny how it just is such a small world. But yeah, and then, I also worked at a music venue, Revolution Live in South Florida.
Okay.
I bartended there for 10 years. So seeing every single band and genre come into that fucking concert venue was honestly amazing, because I just got to watch and just observe and absorb, all the bands that were coming through there. So definitely very grateful for that place too, even though, I was just bartending, but, so I've seen a lot of bands.
Bartending's how you like. Yeah, that's the best job to have when you're doing what we do, because it's like you see bands
Flexible and-
constantly.
yeah.
You're serving these bands constantly, so you're getting to know people, and you get
Yeah.
plugged into the scene really quickly.
Oh,
Almost like I would say faster than you do just being in a band and playing
Yeah.
the scene. Even
Yeah.
if you're at every show, it's like when you're the
Yeah.
bartender, everybody's coming to you.
Yeah, and that's how it was. Every like producer, band, like I know this guy, the blah blah blah. It's just all like a spider web. All
Right.
connects at the end of the day. So
Who was
What's
your emo scene band? Which
My
one was
Chemical
yours?
Romance.
MCR.
I'm actually going to see them next month. Finally,
Nice.
me and my friends, we bought tickets 3 years ago because then the pandemic hit.
Right.
So it
Yeah.
was like we bought our tickets and then it got moved and then the date got moved again. So we're finally going next month and I can relive my entire childhood and I'm very
That's
excited.
amazing. That's amazing. I
I'm-
love My Chemical Romance.
I love MCR, but I'm a used guy.
I was
The
going to
used,
say I love the
the used
too,
was my
though.
was my number one, but
Yeah.
MCR was my number 2.
Yeah,
I
and
was,
then
like,
and then
opposite.
Yeah.
and then of course Silverstein. Got to bring up the
Silverstein,
boys in
yep.
Silverstein, because
I saw them in concert too. Yeah, they were great.
Yeah, they're buddies. Josh
there you
is a buddy of ours.
Oh,
He's been on the
nice.
show a
We
couple
love
of
that.
times.
Did you know
Sweet.
them?
No, I didn't personally know.
No, I didn't. No.
Oh,
He was asking if I gnomed them.
He went and saw them
I-
the other night. I wasn't able to go.
I thought you said
No,
that
actually-
you know them.
Yeah.
No, you know what? Like I was actually able to see Josh like very quick in passing, quickly kind of thing. It wasn't. I wasn't able to do the whole shebang, but I am bringing the kids. I'm bringing the kids to go see them in a couple days, so
Oh, that's
that'll
cute.
be a lot of fun.
Are they going to gnome them?
I hope so.
I would
Good
hope
idea.
so.
I'm going to
mean, you
bring
can't
one
fail
just in
twice.
case.
I would
you're
gnome
right.
so.
Oh,
Ah.
there we go.
Shazam!
As a bartender at a pretty important venue for a scene, I want to know what is like the wildest pit that you've seen in the venue that you worked for 10, 12 years, whatever it is. Like you saw bands coming up. So like, was there a specific band, whether they made it or not, where you were just like, holy shit, that was crazy?
I'm glad I'm behind the bar.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay. So first off, there were a lot of those moments. with a lot of different bands, but the one that will forever stick in my head, Guar.
Oh yeah,
Guar's amazing.
Fucking insane. Especially when or they had the big monster head or something where
Right.
they just splurt blood everywhere, and I'm just like, holy shit. Looks really fun, but everyone's getting beaten up, and there's 3 ambulances outside, so I'm happy I'm behind the bar at this
Right.
time.
Not happy
But
if
yeah,
I have to
insane.
stay for cleaning, but
No. Oh, that place was trashed after.
I bet.
Completely trashed.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they put on a fucking show.
That's awesome.
I got to play a show in a venue the day after Terror played. And that was I didn't even attend that show, but to me it was the wildest thing I've ever seen, because we got in and they're like they had the asbestos tiles on the floor. There's people repairing tiles because the kids were pulling them up and throwing them at the wall and throwing them at these glass bakery cases in there and all sorts of crazy shit. I was like, that's insane. And then I ended up seeing them and I was like, you know what? I'm going to go in the back bar back here where I'm not going to get murdered.
I'm going to go hang by the sound guy
Yeah.
because it sounds great back here.
There was also another really crazy time that has always stuck with me, but Ghost came to Revolution Live.
Oh, wow.
Phenomenal show. I mean, this is years ago.
Yeah.
Phenomenal show, but they didn't get to finish. So they started to light the Bible on fire. Whole show got shut down.
Oh, wow.
Down. Yeah. Yeah. Just cut it off. Done.
No shit.
Wow.
It's a very strange night. Yeah.
Well, that's
Yeah.
Those Christians get uppity.
I know, right?
Yeah, it's
They get a little
Florida for
cray.
you.
They get a little cry when you try and light a
Yeah.
Bible.
Yeah. So that was crazy because, again, I mean, band performance production, do what you feel. I don't know, the venue was not having it at all, so they stopped the show.
Wow. Crazy.
Yeah, crazy.
Well, speaking of having stuff, we have sponsors and we have to pay some bills.
We don't light
What are
them on
those
fire, and
sponsors?
they don't ban books. But
Right. We don't. Yeah, they're pretty good. We're sponsored by this company called Poddex, and what Poddex is it's for budding podcasters. It's for people who need to break the ice, people who have a hard time talking to people, who don't have verbal diarrhea like Jimmy and I have.
indeed.
So what we like to
And
do,
Lexi, who is with us.
Yeah, I'm pretty
Verbally diarrheaing.
Yeah, not
Exactly.
real diarrhea.
We are
Yeah.
verbally squirting everywhere.
Correct.
like a guar head.
Like a
Um,
head.
Yes, we are all Guar heads.
Yes.
Indeed. So what they do is they make deck cards, and within each deck is 50 cards, and within each card is a question. And what we like to get our guests to do is to pick a deck and then pick a random question. Now, because we are remote, we usually do this in person. I have the cards here,
Yes.
but they also have a mobile app,
which
is
will
what we're going to use here.
show anybody who's
Okay.
watching can see that there is a Poddex app that you can download at the App Store or whatever your phone uses.
So Jimmy is going to give you some options to
Yes.
which decks you'd like to choose.
Okay.
You will
It
choose a
could-
deck. I will randomly grab a question.
It could be
And I will
the
answer.
Yes.
what the fuck deck, which
Could be.
It could also be the how dare you deck.
It could be. It could also be. Let's see. What do we got in here? We have conspiracy theories. We have ghost hunters. And we have this or that.
Let's do this or that.
This or that. All right. Nice.
Yeah.
So, for everybody that is listening, I will say that you can go to poddex.com. You can grab any of the decks that Mike was holding up if you're viewing this. You can download the app. They also have cool swag. They have shirts. And like I have said over and over and over again, but I'll keep saying it because it's the right thing. These
don't hurt the
are the
nips.
soft style shirts with the good printing. They don't itch or scratch the nipples. We've all bought that fucking shirt, and it sucked. It sucked for
I
all
will
of us.
say I'm wearing an old school Gildan, Gildan T-shirt from the 2000 Red Hot Chili Peppers Californication tour. The printing has stood the test of time, and it's gone through the wash many a times. It is now the year 2022, and it's finally comfortable.
Yes. You know why?
You don't
'Cause
have
it was
to
an itchy
wear-
nip shirt. It was an
You
itchy
don't
nip
have
shirt.
to wait 22 years for a shirt to feel. Yeah, you don't have to wait 22 years for a shirt to be wearable.
True. I'm wearing a Social Distortion shirt. I don't know how old it is, but the printing on it is trashed. It's pretty bad.
I'm wearing an Amazon shirt. There's nothing on it, so
Amazon Basics are the best.
Amazon Basics.
I love
All day.
Amazon. Amazon's great.
The only reason why I know this is so old is because it's got the year on the back. Well, bam.
There you go.
I like it. All right, so let me find this. We're going to this or that,
Yeah.
and let's see, where are we? This or that, and I'm gonna look up. We're just gonna. This is a swipe right or swipe left thing, so we're gonna find out which way we go.
Okay.
All right. Oh, I can't give you that one because we already talked about it. It was pancakes or waffles.
Pancake.
Team Pancakes.
Hot Pockets or pizza rolls, and why?
Ooh.
Pizza rolls because they're smaller and I rather have like little bite size instead of shoving a hot burrito in my mouth, where usually when I eat a Hot Pocket, the whole roof of my mouth is burnt.
Yes, it is lava with an ice pack in the middle.
Correct.
Sometimes, but if you want to cook the middle is lava, and it's worse lava than the outside.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go pizza
Middle
rolls
one.
with you, 100%.
Pizza rolls. Yay.
Fun fact: don't put pizza rolls in an air fryer
Why?
because
No?
because they just like the innards just kind of go out.
Yeah, but they do that anyway.
Interesting.
No.
What if
not
you had a
all the
pizza
time.
roll with anything in the middle of it?
That is, you know what? You're not wrong. It's like
you bite into
one
it and you're like,
sliver of
"This. There
cheese.
used to be something. Maybe it's
Yeah.
It's
It's
remnants.
just rimmed with red sauce. It's just
Yeah.
red sauce.
right."
Remnants. I
A
haven't
little cheese
had a good
squirted out the
pizza
side.
roll in a little while.
All it is.
I need to go buy some.
I
But what
haven't had
you-
a pizza roll in a minute either.
Yeah, I can't remember the last time I've had a pizza. My household was we were a bagel bites family.
Love
Growing
bagel
up.
bites.
And
I
those
used to
were
eat those
the
all the
shit.
time.
Yeah.
Those
were
were
my
really
fucking
good.
favorite. I used to put them in the toaster, get them a little crispy.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
that's the way you do it. Yeah.
That's key.
I haven't had a pizza bagel in a while. A good pizza bagel.
I've seen like the grocery store by me sells pizza bagels, and I see them.
Just
I'm
make
like,
them yourself.
what are you gonna do?
Do
with
they still
No.
do they still make bagel bites? They do, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
No. I'm sure
No, I
they do.
haven't.
They're
I haven't
They're
had
in,
a
like-
bagel bite in years.
Yeah.
like Costco and BJ's.
There
They're,
you
they're
go.
always there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because no one buys, I want to eat 8 bagel bites. No, they're like, I want to put out 40 bagel bites for me and my
Correct.
friends.
Well, no,
Yeah.
they do have those. They do have those. Like there's two extremes, right? So you either get the BJ's Costco box where you're feeding a family for 8 years,
Right.
Or you want the single serving, so you go to 7-Eleven where it costs the same amount for 8 bagel bites.
That's right, 7-Eleven.
Costco's where it's
do.
at.
That's where we can get pizza rolls too. 7-Eleven sells like White Castle cheeseburgers in a box.
They
It's
do.
bad.
I've never bought.
They're
Me
awful.
neither.
They're awful. I used to have a
Yeah.
coworker every morning for breakfast. He would have those.
Ugh.
Like he'd have 4 White Castle burgers in a bag off the back of a food truck.
You might as well just kill yourself and give yourself a heart attack. Like
Well, that and what a
Ugh.
dick move for the office.
Right? Well, you know what? Like as shitty as that was, he also had baked clams off the back of the food truck.
Ugh. Who is this sociopath?
I have no words.
Same guy that would. I'm going to say this. And it's awful.
Scared.
He would microwave leftover salmon in the office. Microwave.
What? In the
Fuck.
office? Your office smelled like shit.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, clearly because he had White Castle for breakfast.
White Castle.
And then
God.
re-microwave salmon for lunch.
Yeah.
What? How?
I'm gonna throw up.
Yeah.
It's disgusting.
Uncanny. And then he would always wonder why he was so sick. He was like, I don't understand why my stomach is so fucked up. It's like,
Right. And why
Yeah, 'cause
nobody
you're just
big
eating
clams
shit.
off the back of a food truck. That's your
Yeah.
answer. That's your answer.
why do
The
food
end,
truck-
period.
Why do food trucks sell those?
I don't know. I don't know why they
That's
would
like a
sell
joke.
those.
That's like a practical joke for somebody. That's like,
Listen,
yeah, let's put
I've
these
had-
here. Somebody will
I've
do it.
had empanadas, pupusas, like I'll have
Tacos.
those
Tacos.
all
Like-
day long.
Yeah, I was at
All
a
day
taco truck
long.
last night.
Right.
Good, but like
Big
See-
clams.
clams,
Ugh.
like seafood, I wouldn't trust that. I also want to know how much he paid for that.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. I would
$6?
imagine it's like I don't even know how many clams he got. All I know is that he
$6
walked
clams off the
in.
food.
He's like, I got the big clams. I figured, why the hell not? I was like, because it's
Lots of
8
reasons why
a.m..
not. Lots
it's
of
8
reasons
a.m.
why
and
the
it
hell
came
not.
off the back of a food truck. That's why.
Oh God, no.
I'll make you a list of
Yeah.
the reasons why not. I'll
Exactly.
laminate it and hang it from your fucking neck.
Yeah, I
Well
like
done.
that. I like
Well
that
done.
one. Lexi,
What's
so
your Lexi? What's your food item of choice? Do you have like a
For a
a
food?
go-to? Yeah.
Oh yeah, so I was there last night. I don't go there often, but it's called El Gorditos, and we're El Gorditos. I should say it like the Spanish person I am, but I'm such a gringa. They have like the best tacos I've ever had in my entire life, and it's like you get 5 for like $10.
That's
But the
awesome.
quality is so good. So
What's your taco of choice from a truck?
like a steak taco?
Steak taco?
Yeah, just like a lot of lime, cilantro, onion.
Oh,
You know,
street tacos are like
when,
yeah.
one of my
The
in my
best.
top 5.
dude,
Food.
so what fest? I street tacoed myself out.
I love that for you.
Yeah.
It was so good, but
Someday I'll
something that
achieve
is something Jimmy that it's eluded him.
Oh, it's my
his
white whale.
His
Is
what?
Birria tacos.
Birria tacos.
Oh, okay. I was talking to a friend the other night about this, and I was like, "What is this? I've never heard of this." But isn't it like fried and you dip it in something? Or
So it's
Yeah.
short rib. That's once you've stewed it and cooked it, you take the juice and then you make a consomme out of that for dipping, and then you also use the juice to fry the tortillas in, and it's
Interesting.
the short rib, cilantro, and cheese,
Sounds good.
and then you dip it in the consomme. Like I've seen this online because I'm one of those people that watches people cook on YouTube
Yeah,
because Matty Matheson, he's the dude.
yeah. Oh, he's the best.
He's amazing.
Love that dude.
So I'll watch people make that, and I've wanted to have it. And so when we went to Texas, I was like, I want to get birria tacos, man. Well, I know we're gonna get tacos here. Let's find a place. I'm like, we looked up places and stuff, and for whatever reason, every time I thought I was gonna get them, didn't happen. And then every time I do see them on something, it's like right after I eat, and I'm like, ugh, can't do it
course.
now. And so they are my white whale. They have eluded me.
A couple
Mike
weeks
sent
ago,
me pictures of when he was eating birria tacos a
that's
couple
it.
weeks ago.
it was wonderful.
Yeah.
Oh, that looks amazing. I got to try that. I was literally like 3 days ago, I was talking to a friend about this, and I was like, "What the hell is that?" And he's like, "You got to try it. It's amazing." I'm like, "All
Oh my
right, now
God.
I really have to try it."
I want it so bad. My girlfriend, the same right after you sent me that, like an hour later, she sent me like she was on tour and she sent me a thing being like, "Hey, this is where we're eating tonight. Look, they have birria tacos." And I was like, "Oh, fuck you."
Like, can you bring me some home now?
Yeah, right?
Stop what
Well,
you're
she-
doing and come home.
Yes. Time to
She
come
probably
home.
had she had probably better ones than I did, because the ones I had were okay.
I don't even know if she had them. She probably didn't even have them. She was just like, I'm just letting you know they're here. I'm also not going to have them. So I'm not even going to be able to describe them to you. And I'm like, oh, come on.
Let me vicariously live through you.
Come on.
Let me rub it in your face.
Right, exactly. Look what I have the option to get, but I'm saying no to.
Correct.
So what besides the the food thing and stuff like that, what we like to ask our guests is, so like, you do these interviews all the time. What is something that you always want to talk about, like something in your everyday life that you want to talk about, like whether it be comics or supernatural things or wrestling or movies or whatever? What is the one thing that you're
like,
never,
why does nobody
ever
ask me about this?
Yes.
I could talk forever about it.
I feel like it would be like a combination, but like we kind of already hit it, like what I do to support all of like my music stuff, because obviously I'm independent. I do everything by myself. It would be maybe just like that. Yeah.
What's your thing that you do to shut it all off? Like when you need to escape, what's your escape?
I'm very big into just like meditating and just like I meditate every night before I go to bed. And just like I think it's so important to have like a healthy relationship with yourself, because like what you're putting out, to everyone and around you is what you're getting back. Like I'm definitely a firm believer in karma and putting out positive energy and you get it back. You have a negative, shitty mindset. That's what you're going to fucking get, Yeah. But yeah, meditating is definitely like a big thing for me to just shut off the world. And I like a lot of alone time, actually. I kind of find myself as like a hermit sometimes, not all the time, but like when I need to like shut off, I will just like be in my room and just be with myself and my own energy. And I kind of find myself lately doing that at least like maybe 2 times a month, where I'm just like really just in my own head, in my own zone. It's just like, I don't know, I'm kind of a hermit sometimes. So
do you listen to like a guided meditation, or do you just do it yourself? Do you have music that you put on, or?
I'll put some like, I don't know, you go on Spotify and there's like meditation or like fresh air breathing room kind of deal. Like I'll put something on like that and just kind of like guide myself into like my own meditation. Nice.
I always put on, when I go to sleep, when my girlfriend's out and she's on the road and stuff, then, because when she's here, it's like murder documentaries is what we watch to go to sleep to.
Yeah,
because those are the best. But when she's not, what I like to do, or if I need to like unwind or something like that, I will find storms. Like I'll find like black screen storms, rain, thunder, lightning, all those things. I spent a good number of years because of the band situation I was in, basically living in a van. Like, and that was, I used to love when it would rain, and I just love like the sound of it, and just I love thunder. I love all those things. So that's probably my listen to kind of like draw my brain in.
That is one thing I do miss about the East Coast. I mean, I love California. I'm very happy here, but I do miss those like nights where like it's raining and thunderstorming and you can see the lightning through your window. There's such like a calming like feeling about that. So I wish it rained here just like a little bit more, but it never does, ever. So we're lucky if we get a drizzle. We're lucky if we get that.
See, YouTube, you can find all the rain.
Gavin loves this this guided meditation for kids.
Gavin is his son.
Yes. My son.
Okay, cute.
That's like his thing. Like every night, and
that.
like he woke up a few nights ago, and it was like 4 a.m. And I guess because we run it through the Alexa that we were talking about earlier, that ruins my fucking internet connection. We run it through the Alexa, and Jen like puts it on her phone, and I guess when she closes it out, sometimes it'll like stop, or sometimes she doesn't put it on repeat. And it was 4 a.m. She's like, or he comes into our room. He's like, "Hey, the music stopped. Can you fix that? And we're like, it's 4
How
a.m.
cute
Go
is
to
he?
bed. Go to bed, buddy.
Yeah,
Like,
man.
no, Dad, I need my music.
He's figuring shit out. You know, he's in
Smart.
there.
He's a smart kid.
Yeah. So, unfortunately, I've got this like gift. I can go to sleep to fucking anything. Like,
I don't think that's unfortunate. That's pretty great.
That's great. I have to fall asleep to like again, we were talking about like the storm music or like just like very melodic, like chill, unwind meditation music. Every night I have to fall asleep. It's like a Spotify playlist called Deep Sleep, and I've been falling asleep to that playlist for the past like, I don't know, 8 years.
Nice.
Every night.
That's good to put it on Spotify because it has ruined my YouTube. Because I'll go on YouTube now, and it's like in my recommended, it's like 1,000 like fall asleep in 5 minutes, rainstorm, and I'm like, shit.
The only thing that sucks, so you know, like at the end of like the year, you do your like Spotify wrap up.
Yeah.
So it's like you got like Bad Omens and Spirit Box and I Prevail, and it's like deep sleep meditation, and I'm like, fuck, this is ruined now. I can't post what I listen to because it's like deep breathe and meditation and you know all this shit, and I'm like, oh fuck, and like that's ruined. So that's cool.
I work at a school of rock, and so I'm teaching everything from 6-year-olds to 16-year-olds guitar and vocals, and so that has destroyed my Spotify Discover Weekly and has destroyed my here's what you've listened to all year.
Yep. You need like 2 Spotifys, like for your sleep and like your work, and then like what you really listen to.
Exactly.
Like your good shit, you know?
Yeah, Jen and I have that same problem with the, because sometimes I'll do the guided meditation, and like you said, it just completely ruins the everything because I could put it on 5 days, but because it's going on for 8 to 10 hours every day, that's what you've listened to most. And so,
it sucks.
God damn it!
Your number one is meditation through the garden.
Right.
Fuck, no, it's not.
It's really Bad Omens. It is. Oh man. Well, Lexi, we took a lot of your time, and it's been really awesome hanging out and talking with you. We wish you the best of luck. We wish we could be in LA, but hopefully you come back to the East Coast and you come hang out with us.
At some point, yes, 100%. I appreciate you guys. This was fucking awesome. I had a blast.
Awesome, cool. Well, so, if you're headed out this way for a tour, for anything, let us know. We'll go find some street tacos.
Yeah, we'll have what is it called? Birria.
The Birria tacos.
Yeah, we'll do that.
We'll figure it out.
100%.
We'll figure it out.
Yep.
And,
if you need a couple of bands to build the show around locally, we'll
bring some people too.
I appreciate that 100%.
For sure. Before we sign off here, please let everybody know where they can find you, your record, all of the things.
You guys can find me the most active on Instagram. My handle is Lexi_Layne. On there in my bio, I got my link tree. I have my Spotify, my YouTube, everything. My show, November 3rd, if you're in the Los Angeles area at the Viper Room. I am headlining. I'll be on at 11 p.m. The tickets are also in my bio.
Awesome. Go check that out. Check her out. We'll put everything. Yep, we'll have links for everything in the description. Thank you for being here. We appreciate you. Thank you, everybody, for listening. We very much appreciate you. And remember to ask yourself.
Wait. Lexi.
Yeah.
Do you remember
the question? The most important question everyone can ask themselves every day.
What is your bacon?
Yes! You did it! Woo! Woo! What's your bacon? And we're back.
I'll let you have them both.
Why?
Because you're so good
I hate
at
that. I hate that.
I know. That's why I did it.
Yeah. I hate that. God damn it. That was a fun interview though. Really cool to hang out with her, and I mean shit. She's on the come up. She's her music is really good. She's doing what she loves.
She's doing what she's into. She's an entrepreneur. It's all her.
Independent.
Totally
independent artists.
Totally
Support
running
independent
this
artists.
by herself. She's
Come
booking it
on.
herself. Yep.
Her rivals, werewolves, all the people. Like, shoot, man. Like, even Silverstein. Silverstein's independent.
Yeah.
They're doing their own thing. Like,
Absolutely.
yeah, they've been doing it for a while, and they're pretty successful, right? Wouldn't you say? But
Hey,
they're
you know what?
independent. They're doing it themselves.
Just listening to a band doesn't do it anymore. You know,
Right.
listening to a band used to do it. You know, because to listen to them, you'd have to buy something, right? Now you don't have to do that. Now you can just listen on Spotify, and those numbers get to them and they help, but they don't really let the band know that people are loving what they're doing. But if you check out podcasts that they're on, if you check out their website, if you communicate with them on social media, if
Go
you
to a
buy
show
some
when they're
merch,
around.
go to a show,
Buy some merch. Yes.
that is how you really show artists how you support them. That makes the difference. I mean, man, I've done shows where people buying merch have made the difference between it being a night that was like manageable or a night that cost us money to do. You know, I've played shows in front of a great amount of people that ended up costing me money to play, and that it can get defeating sometimes. So so show these people that you love them, show these people that you support them. That's the way to do it. You know,
Show
reach
the
out.
love.
You know,
Absolutely. So, Jimmy, where can people show you love?
you can show me love over at Jimmy G's Shoes on all the socials. Check me out there. I'll be doing more. Maybe I'll be answering things sometimes. I'll be, doing stuff and things. You'll probably see a lot of ads for this show and stuff about my band Craven Strange, which you can find at cravenstrange.net. And from there, you can find all of our socials and interact with us and let us know what's up. The things that I want to hear if you like the podcast. I want to hear if you like my band. I want to hear those type of things. I want to hear if you think something sucks, who you want us to interview, who you want us to talk to, where you want us to play, where you want us to visit, all that kind of stuff. Let me know and let us know.
Yeah.
Do it. Where can they find you, bud?
Well, before we get to me, go to baconsmypodcast.com where you can find
You can do that.
past episodes, all of our sponsors, and the musical endeavor that Jimsy and we do sometimes. We do it here and there.
The musings of Bacon is my passion.
Yes, it's available on all streaming platforms.
Yeah.
But me personally, you can find at me my own self, Mike. You can find out about my family. You can find out about my work. You can find out about my band. You can find out about this podcast. Speaking of my band at Something Heavy Music on all the socials. Something Heavy is available on all streaming platforms. We got a new song out.
Yeah.
So go check it out. Ski.
Stay in the
Word.
conversation with hashtag What's Your Bacon at Bacon is my pod. Hashtag Bacon is my pod. And let us know what you want, what you like, what you don't.
Indeed.
All
And
that
without
good
further
stuff.
ado, always remember, ask yourself one super duper important question every single day. Look at the finger of power.
Finger of
We
power.
missed it. We missed it this week.
What's your bacon?
And
Well, peace. sandwich.
That is brutal.
That's not what hurt you. Wawa's saintly. Don't say that. Wawa's great. All right, so you want to take us in, Jimmy?
I will. Let's do this. Are you ready? You good?
Let's go.
Awesome.